Yo, welcome back to Pokemon Fire Red with Justin and Ulam. We are back here in Celadon City to turn in our bike voucher. What can I say? I want to ride my bicycle. But in order to do that, we won't need to register it, but I keep forgetting what order these bags are in. Alright, here's the bicycle. Go ahead and register that instead of the old rod. Alright, and now that we're outside, there we are. Alright, so, first things first, come on, it's turning out rather hard to control. Yes, I do have a ticket. Alright, so, despite having just taken it off, but we don't really need it for register anyway, we'll just go ahead and use to see what our first encounter here will be. Well, only encounter in here. Interesting! Was not prepared, clearly. Let's swap back to Sunny. Well, sleeper paralysis. It's level 5, right? Yeah, so it's probably 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. It undoubtedly can't survive. I'm trying to think what I think other reasons to shift to Falcor instead. I don't think either of them can do any damage to this without straight up killing it. So yeah, it's probably neither here nor there, but let's go ahead and do Falcor anyway. The routes may have confusion, and that would... So it definitely has Growl, and if it has confusion, that would be... I mean, it's so many levels lower that it probably wouldn't matter, but just in case. Alright. This will be a good chance to find out if it has Synchronize. Yes, it indeed does. Alright, so Trace might be more interesting, but Synchronize is still not bad. Alright, so actually, this is going to be a really interesting case where the Nest Ball will actually be able to work pretty well. I looked it up. Turns out the Nest Ball actually works based on the opponent's level. And that's what happens when they're level 5. Actually, if you find a Pokemon that's actually at level 1, its catch rate is like 3.9, which is really high for a Pokeball. Especially considering a Pokemon that low is already a lot easier to catch anyway. Yes. Let's see. We'll go ahead and name you Esper. It's a little basic, yes, but we also won't likely be able to use it for a little while, because it'll kind of require a lot of training. Calm, you say? Unfortunately, I also don't know what that one is, so... Special attack's still clearly its highest stat, but I don't know... Its defense is the noticeably lower one, so perhaps Calm lowers defense in order to raise something. I don't know. Oh, good, yeah, no, it only had Growl, so yeah, it's gonna definitely take some training. We'll take care of that some other time. For now, it's just nice to have. Alright. So, let's check this room first. Alright, so you're clearly not the room where we heal, so you're a Pokemon battle, of course. I am but a solitary traveler. My sole companions and friends are Pokemon I caught on my journeys. Not entirely unlike us. Alright, he's got 2. Alright, first one's Yanma. Who are we leading with? Correct, excellent. Alright, because Ember will... Oh, you may have been fast, but you wasted it on identifying your doom! I could have told you that. Alright. Amaranth, you say? Pretty sure Rock still doesn't resist, so this should still be super effective. You may be fast, but unfortunately your defense will do nothing against fire. Alright, so so Rock apparently does indeed resist fire. But still hitting through his special defense, so oh well. That was level 24. My friends! Yeah, well, what'd you think when you went out to battle with them? Alright, so Yeah, you're both the same level, so... Either way, go ahead and lead with Krakatoa still for the time being. Is this the one with the... Ah, yes, this is the heal lady. Alright, might as well, seeing as how we're right here. Oop, didn't mean to talk again. So that's several cabins in a row with not a lot for us. Ah, interesting. However, 2 here now. Oh, of course she turns right as I collected these Pokemon from all around the world. Oh, did you now? Normally, I'd say, yeah, but they'll still somehow be from Kanto. Except in this case, she may well, yep, have something that normally can only be found in Hoenn. Except in this case, when, you know... Ooh, Are you just bug, or do you have water attached to you? I think this might be water bug. In which case... Well, I mean, Ember's still neutral. Oh, shoot, but yeah, it knows both. Well, I mean, that shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, it's doubly effective, but it's still really weak. Yeah, and that wasn't resisted, it was neutral. Alright, we can take another one. Not super well, but we can take it. Plus there's that healer just in the other cabin. Alright, what's your other one? Meryl, you say. Alright, yeah. No point in not switching for that, though. Yeah. Why not Falcor? Just about caught up with the rest of our team at 25. Let's go ahead and open with a Dragon Rage. I have, unfortunately, come to find out that I was under a mistaken impression that Dragon was a physical element in this generation. Turns out, quite the opposite. So actually our Adamant nature is working against our Dragon moves, which, that's largely neither here nor there. By and large, we're going to be wanting to use powerful physical normal moves like Hyper Beam and that sort of thing anyway, so... And I don't remember if it learns any flying moves by level up, but certainly we can, once we get it to being a Dragonite and we can teach it some flying moves, those will be physical, so still useful. Fake Tears. I don't know that there's really anyone I would want to teach that to right now. All you have is a Beldum, which actually would be kind of a problem if we didn't have explicitly what we have. Bye-bye. Alright, I think we've got one more cabin on this side of the hallway. Yep. Gotta check what's in here. You a battler or just there to talk? Nope. Oh! Global police agent on the trail of Team Rocket. I've seen a theory that perhaps that is to be considered sort of like the prototype for Looker. I mean, obviously it can't actually be him because the character wasn't even invented yet. But clearly they were already toying with the idea of a global police force. Right, let's start down at this end. 2 options, and seeing as how everything's randomized, there's really no difference. Normally, I think the Fisher would have all water types and the Sailor would have fighting types. But yeah, I mean, it's randomized, so now they're both, their trainer class means nothing, really. One slight unfortunate thing about where our levels are getting to at this point, and the order in which we're doing these things. Specifically, I guess, the fact that that last episode I took out that entire route and got, I think, about maybe 1 or 2 levels onto both Krakatoa and Falcor, is that 25 is a little high for Lieutenant Surge. So, unfortunately, I mean, we had a ground fire type who was, well, no, I just remembered right, random. So really, the only thing we know about him is what his levels are, and I think his highest level is like 24. So finishing this off in order to get cut so that we can actually have access to his gym, odds are pretty good that it's gonna be a pushover, which is a bit of a shame, but we're not doing any excess training at the moment. We've, for quite a little bit now, only been just beating, what trainers are in our way, for the most part. I could, in order to try to, make things a little more difficult, stop going out of my way to take on every trainer. I could just do the ones that are directly in our path, which, for the SSN, the one problem with that would be none of them except for the rival battle are necessary, and there's a lot of items that we would miss out on. And I'm just not that worried. Alright, focus area. I'm also not really that interested in focusing. Well, hold on. What are our other moves? Well, I was gonna say, really, I'm only using Ember and Magnitude. So, considering, there's almost no scenario in which I either growl or tackle. But of the two, go ahead and lose growl. I'm probably never gonna use focus energy anyway. But, hey, I guess it's nice to have. Yes, we will go ahead and switch. Yeah, we'll still go. Probably take it out in one hit with you, but then Falcor really is the one who needs the XP more. Although, again, with everyone getting to be level 25 in a moment, we're gonna start our more full rotation. And I will. Shoot. I meant to use Twister, not another of our Dragon Rage PowerPoints. Oh well. I am very much looking forward to getting our next team member, because that will be enough team members to take Ladian off the team, who is, at the moment, still quite the liability. If it had no, I was about to try and make an excuse about, if it could learn a special attack or something to take advantage of its special attack, but no, honestly, even then. Alright, that's the two in here. We'll go ahead and switch Falcor. Whoop, that's the bag, not. There we are. Go ahead and switch Krakatoa with Falcor. Let's go ahead and see what order we want these in. 17, 11, 7, 12. Alright, so move you just above North Star then. And then they'll be in order of most EXP needed to least. Next room. Almost made it past him. Even our sailors have Pokemon too! Indeed they do. Two in this case. Chinchou to start, which is ironically kind of appropriate. Not for this generation, but for a sailor. There we are. Shoot, I keep forgetting to switch up to Twister for the second hit. The other kind of issue with Falcor is that it won't evolve into Dragonite until level 55, I think, which is kind of a long ways off, And to be fair, it's still a pseudo, so its stats are still going to be pretty good all the way up until then. It's just, this is pretty early in the game, and so right now it's decent, but it's gonna be we're gonna be fighting the Elite Four by the time this thing evolves. So it's not what I'm trying to get at here is that I don't know exactly what kind of Pokemon it would take for us to say, all right, Falcor, you're off the team to be swapped. Ooh, Hyper Fang, that's not bad. I don't know what kind of Pokemon it would take to get me to take Falcor off the team, but I think there is a distinct possibility. Okay, and when someone says something like that, it is time to run. Probably screaming. Get as much attention from other adults as you can at that point. Alright. Well, actually, right now we're 25, so there should probably... if we go ahead and give all three of these Pokemon an experience to Falcor, it'll probably hit its... especially with a Larvitar. Well, I say that, actually, Larvitar's not a problem. One of ours is a grass type. Or a ground type. We have plenty of answers to Larvitar. Larvitar is not that scary for us. But, what I was saying is that, I have looked at its learn set, and I'm just really not that confident that Falcor is really going to be able to do just a ton without TMs, which would probably be a large part of whether or not, you know, we go ahead and keep him on, or not, because this Dragon Rage, while doing nice now, it's not gonna be too many more levels before it's a move that's just utterly worthless, and Twister, as I'm now finding, is really... Oh, that was a bit of a weak find. Let's see what this item is. Repel's a little bit less than Stellar. I'm pretty sure one of these. Ah, it was this one! I think it was a berry before, too. Are all of... Huh, there were items in all of these. Boop. I will indeed check out what you've fished up. And if I still had Falcor out, I could let you check out what I've fished up. Or, wait. No, we just found that in an overworld encounter, I'm pretty sure. Although you somehow seem to have found a way to fish up a Nuzleaf, which is curious. Goodbye. Alright, another Nuzleaf. Interesting. So, if I were to guess, this guy having two Pokemon of the same type, or of the two of the same Pokemon in a row, they were probably Magikarp before. I was gonna say, in which case, odds are not high that he has two Magikarp and one something else. He's probably just got all Magikarp. Oh, this one was actually fast enough to get a hit in. Pathetic hit, but a hit. There we go. Krakatoa is 6, or 26 rather. Good. Switch him to the back now then, with the other 26s. Charlie's up next, and hopefully due to evolve somewhat soon. Competing against the young keeps you youthful, huh? Well, we'll just have to see about that. Because you sure don't look that youthful. Another Beldum from, I think the last one was also from a, no, so actually Mudslap's gonna prove particularly handy here. Lucky. Oh, clear body, right, so we can't lower its accuracy. Well, still super effective. Although we could really use an actual fighting move. Well, not against a Beldum specifically, because it'd be a neutral hit against a Beldum specifically. Oh, come on! Oh, well, it'll take itself down with this final takedown, don't worry. I hate battles where we're in crit range. It's always dancing right there on the edge. A Mystic Water! Do we have anyone with any water moves? No. Well, it's definitely something to hold on to then, I guess. There's definitely a couple. Looks like 4 sailors that I can see. Tentacool, you say? Alright. Well, do we want to bother with the Light Screen or Reflect, or just start going for Comet Punches? Let's just start going for Comet Punches. It's a good thing North Star's got such a level advantage, because it's so weak. Don't poison, come on. Resist. Wow, that was a crit. Yeah, the level advantage is really doing us a favor. My goodness, Comet Punch is just so weak. We have the scope lens and couldn't get a single crit through all that. Oddish, you say. Well, you do still need to hit 26, so stay out and use more Comet Punch. Can you get at least one crit, North Star? I guess I'll take the fact that you've dodged 2 poison attempts, as they would be annoying to have to deal with. There we go, and you did get 1 critical hit right at the end. Alright, Trevor is down. Let's check out this sailor who's pacing back and forth. No, actually, he's not a battle. Okay, so it's... Oh, and the guy up top was not a sailor. So there are just 3 here on the deck. Well, as long as you don't know any flying moves, we should be fine. And if we can get more than just that many hits. A bit low on power points now, which is unfortunate. Man, North Star is just so bad. There we go. Alright, got the Swablu. How much EXP is that? Oh, shoot. Meowth's probably not enough either. So we'll still need to have North Star out front. And it just keeps missing. Does an enemy using Payday increase the payout for the battle? I don't know this. I certainly hope so. It would certainly be cool, given he's just randomly using Payday several times. Alright, one more time. We should be good. There we go. Alright, please be enough EXP. Yes! Alright, so we go up against the final person with Bloom out front. Nope, I didn't get any bonus. Oh well. Alright. And here we have almost everyone to 26 now. Oh, and he's actually not going to fight. Curiouser and Curiouser. Alright, we are now ready to proceed to this fight. Bonjour, Justin. Imagine seeing you here. Justin, were you really invited? How were you invited? So, how's your Pokedex coming along? I already caught 40 kinds, pal. Different kinds are everywhere. Yeah, well, I'm not allowed to catch more than once per route. Crawl around in grassy areas and look hard for them. Yeah, well. Let's see. Alright, so still 4? Are they... Oh, they have absolutely changed who they are. Which kinda means Sunny does not need to be the one leading this up. Yeah, I was gonna say, well... Should I bother trying for a sleep powder? I'm not even guaranteed that it'll hit, so no, let's just straight switch to Krakatoa. We'll take whatever damage he dishes out for this first turn. Oh, sweet! And he was going for an electric move anyway. I wasn't sure if I thought maybe he'd go for like a normal move, because electric would have been resisted by grass anyway. But perhaps he only had electric moves to go for. Larion! What? Actually, I guess Krakatoa with his ground moves is actually the best answer for Larion anyway. Magnitude! Well, 6 is still probably okay, because it's doubly super effective, and I'm just now noticing his levels are just garbage compared to us so far. Well, I mean, we're still... Huh, interesting, he turned into a Steel-type trainer out of nowhere. I say out of nowhere, I mean his starter was Steel, so it's not out of nowhere. But either way, Krakatoa is the perfect counter to all of you! Yeah, I could have been using Fire against all of you. I don't know why I was bothering to use the ground typing. Whatever. Alright. It's probably gonna open with a Protect. But we'll open with Ember anyway. Yep. Because here's where I'm kind of worried. There's a chance that the AI thinks that its best bet is using Self-Destruct. Unfortunately, I'm faster than it, so we do get that. Wait, I thought it had Sturdy. Is Sturdy not its own? I thought I read online that Sturdy was its only possible ability. I don't know what ability it has then in that case. Oh my goodness, I just realized what I was mistaken about. It does have Sturdy, but this is before the generation where Sturdy works against things like that. In this generation, Sturdy just prevents Horn Drill and that sort of thing. Oh my goodness, so many of my worries just disappeared. Oh, okay, that's a huge weight off my mind. At least you're raising your Pokemon. Hey, you got that right. Oh my goodness, that's so helpful. I heard there was a Cut Master on board, but he was just a seasick old man. Cut itself is really useful. Yep, it'll be handy. You should go see him too. Smell ya. Yeah. We will indeed be having to use Cut, because we need to be able to cut down a tree in order to go after Lieutenant Surge's gym. Alright, so let's see who we can even teach that to. Who we can learn this to. I'm gonna do you some learning. Alright. Don't really want to put it on Gloom. I really don't want to put it on Gloom. Shoot. I was really kind of hoping that North Star would be able to learn it. Shoot, shoot, shoot. That is not great. Well, alright. So we're going to have a little bit of a detour then in that case. I don't suppose any of these others are particularly great to put on anyone at the moment. Would be interested in knowing who can... Oh, any of you could learn Hyper Fang. Would actually not be a bad move for either of you two. Alright, well. Very interesting. I think that this is... Well, no, let's go ahead and get off the boat so that we can bid it adieu. We have gotten all but... I think there's like some hidden items in the walls in some spots, but I'm not going to be bothered with searching for those. So, we'll go ahead and get off the boat so that we can see it head off. Bye-bye. Boy, that takes a while. Anyway, so in the next episode, instead of proceeding immediately to the gym, I believe that the way we're going to handle this instead is by going through Diglett's Tunnel, which on its own will be one more encounter where we can hopefully find something that maybe can learn Cut. And then we'll go through the Diglett's Tunnel, and I don't actually know, I guess we could check the town map. I don't know if the exit of it is... Yeah, it looks like it probably is still... Yeah, Diglett's Cave. Just exit out onto Route 2, which we've already had our encounter for, so... I guess the Diglett's Cave itself will have to suffice as our attempt at something else to learn Cut, hopefully. Meanwhile, in between episodes, I'll go ahead and also get Esper up to snuff. And we'll go ahead and proceed from there. So, once again, thanks for watching, and we will catch you next time. Yo, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, like and leave a comment. Subscribe and hit the bell icon if you want YouTube to let you know when more uploads arrive. I've put links in the description for if you want to follow the channel's Twitter or Facebook, as well as a link to the channel's Patreon if you'd like to support the channel. Once again, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.